As springtime nears, an orchid show blooms right here in the Bronx.
This is the show's 20th year, and this year the show is inspired by the principles of art, culture, and wellness stemming from Asia. What do you hope the visitors feel as they leave this show?
I hope that they get a sense of the impressive diversity that orchids can display. And I hope they're especially impressed by the orchid diversity in Asia and the really spectacular different kinds of orchids that exist here, how beautiful they are, but also how useful they are.
It was great, actually. I was here like when I was younger, years ago, so this is my first time back. Near the end part, there was like a room with like a bunch of flowers, just a little rock with a waterfall, sort of, and all the flowers are really pretty. It was really pretty.
Wright says that while designing the show, artist Lily Kwong envisioned a space that brings movement, mindfulness, and meditation through the orchids.
For Lily, it's one of the most autobiographical pieces that she's ever done. She has often worked with these like really cool undulating mounds in her work, and she's worked with orchids, but never quite in this way. So it's new for the garden and it's new for Lily, and we're really happy to host her vision.
Kwong's inspiration behind building this year's show was the traditional Chinese landscape paintings.
She grew up with one in her home when she was a child, and looking at that landscape, the mountains and the water, really inspired her. So in this show, she really wanted to capture some of those mountainous forms. And so in here, you have sort of this mountainous explosion of orchids with color and sort of the manipulation of space.
Through the show, the artist hopes people learn more about the beauty and the diversity of Asian heritage.
Lily really is telling a story with this show. There's an incredible sort of narrative of her making deeper connections to the natural world through her heritage.
The biggest challenge, Wright says, while building the show was finding the suitable material to create the mountains.
We wanted to use something that was eco-friendly, but we can't use like concrete and stone because putting all of that concrete and stone on our floor is just too much weight, and there would be no way to get it into this historic structure. So we worked with this amazing team of craftspeople who helped basically carve these mountains for us.
The Orchid Show is being showcased until April 23rd at the Enid A. Haupt Conservatory, located inside the New York Botanical Gardens. There are other events happening alongside the show. More information on those can be found on nybg.org. With Fordham University, I am Gargee Ranade.